The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Wait, set, 53! I got him!
He's coming! Double up, double up! He's coming, double up!
Wait, what do you got?
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
50 to Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
72.
Here's Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 55's my guy. 55.
Hey, goal 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Lance Kendricks, 66 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Raiders 0. Steven
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Joker, 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 Joker.
You're mine.
Out.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them with some things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And they get him down, but not... Before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Sunday, down. 180.
Right here. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Carr now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
I'm going to hit you.
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, check.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. He's going to fire one deep over them. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wait, that 380.
Double dog. That's the way.
Close there,
So after the INT, it's Brady. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
Patriots 14, Raiders nothing.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Low. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Here it comes. Go, Chief. Hey. What's up?
From the 24, Caught left side, Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Oakland. The homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Now. we're good, we're good. 180. We're done.
Get it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
It's a party now.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense.
Right Monday down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. It's caught, Nelson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Express.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
What down? Blue 80.
25 the mic. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
OP.
Slam. Switches.
12 gumbo.
Switches. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
That's it.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Down. 185.
Let's go heavy.
Deuce right T.
What you got, heavy? What you got?
Blue 80.
Here's Carr to throw. It's a screen to Richard.
Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Let's go.
A big 30-yard play on 3rd. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Carr now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Later one.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
I'm coming.
Watch the safety.
Heavy.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he's... And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. To throw, it's Brady. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
Wait, 20! Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant! Watch the slant! Watch the slant! Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare! Mike, hey, check it! Right there in the middle, 55. Hey!
Now a play fake, Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. But fortunately, he's able to... that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This is taken at about the 14.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Brady now to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Lance Kendricks there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Down.
Switch.
Hands up.
24, check 24. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
That's right.
Safety's creeping.
Hands up.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
180.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset?
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Right here. We got to step it up. Watch out, watch out. Watch
Put that down.
No.
Hold on.
Now Carr. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
Now, that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Wait, that 53.
Get the ball.
You got double tight. Double tight.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cleveland Farrell. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go. Sugar.
Now Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Brady. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the pass straight. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start their next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check curls.
Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm trying to collect. 25. Check 25.
Yo, Chief.
Sponge. No.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st.
I'm going to come back to you.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Mike Bennett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Under crunch. Check. Fresno.
Later 2.
Check.
Check.
They do go for it. It's Carr. And he's going to go down again. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Wait, that 380.
Here we go.
Watch tight end.
72.
4 down.
380.
On play action, it's Brady. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Regular.
From midfield, here's Brady. He sets to fire deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
Hey, 734.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check. Later 1.
Now Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They play.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. Those people are really happy about those picks. Any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Alert 3, alert 3.
OP. Check.
On the draw, Richard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw, it's caught. Now they go screen, it's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their 1st touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward. They want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Raider one.
Mike 21, check Mike 21.
So don't say nothing.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We're good.
Carr to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr gives to Richard. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing now is Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Carr going to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
You got enough.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow there to make the grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Lance Kendricks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2.
Here we go, D.
Hey, second.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense is struggling. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And now here's another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Sugar!
After the fumble recovery, it's Brady. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, 72 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
No good on the fake extra point. Steven Gostkowski sets the kickoff.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check. Check 13. Check 13.
One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. And this has dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were